about treating yourself to these brown butter chocolate chip muffins over the weekend? Hi guys, I'm Samina and welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm showing you how to make these eggless chocolate chip muffins made a million times better with some brown butter. It is quick and easy, and let's get right into this recipe. The very first thing you want to do is make that brown butter. The very first recipe that I put up on my YouTube channel was these brown butter chocolate brownies because I am obsessed with brown butter, and if given the chance, I would add it to absolutely anything that requires melted butter. And making brown butter couldn't be simpler. All you have to do is first melt the butter on a high flame, then lower the temperature all the way down to low, and then gently continue cooking this. Now, what I want you to do is just notice the structure of the bubbles that you see here. As you see in the beginning, the butter will start to get really foamy. Now, it's important that you don't stir the butter with a spoon or anything. Just use a handle for your saucepan and just kind of shuffle the pan around that way, and also use a heavy bottom saucepan because this butter, as you can see right now, it starts to foam up and it increases in volume. It comes up to the surface. If you use a tiny saucepan, it's going to overflow and fall out and make a mess. You don't want that. Now look at the bubble structure. The bubbles have gone really tiny now, and I've sort of fast forwarded this because it's pretty monotonous. You'll smell this brown butter first. You'll smell that butterscotchy flavor, and then you'll see that the surface starts to go really brown. You can already see and notice that the bubble structure has gone really tiny. Initially it was kind of like honeycomb like. It was quite large, but now it's very tiny. It's very foamy, and as you shuffle it, you see that the surface has gone slightly brown and the butter is now ready. Now it goes from brown to burnt butter real quick. So as soon as you smell the brown butter and you see that it has gone brown, take it off the heat and let it cool down while we work on our muffins. Preheat your oven to 220 degrees Celsius. Here in a bowl, pretty standard, we have used some dahi or yogurt. I've added some milk, and to that now I have also added some baking soda and baking powder. Now I'm going to whisk this and keep it at room temperature for about 3 to 4 minutes until it starts to get foamy. This is pretty standard now. This is kind of the method we've been using for a very long time in all of our recipes so far. Now you can see it's been about 4 minutes and it has gone beautifully foamy. Time to add the rest of the ingredients. We're going to add the all-purpose flour, the caster sugar. Give it a good whisk so that everything is well combined. You don't want to overwork the batter here, just until you don't see any dry bits, and that's perfect. Now it's time for us to add our beautiful brown butter. Now you see there are some particles there at the bottom. Do not discard that. That is what gives the brown butter its beautiful flavor. So chuck that in as well, and then with your spatula, you're gently going to fold the butter into the rest of the muffin batter. You do not want to overwork the batter here, as I mentioned earlier. Just fold it until everything is well combined. Now it's time for us to add our chocolate chunks. Now personally, I prefer chocolate chunks over chocolate chips, but if you are a chocolate chip person, then use chocolate chips. It's completely your choice. And pretty standard here again, we're going to add some all-purpose flour here and shuffle the chocolate chunks in it. Make sure that it's coated well in the flour. What this does is it makes sure that the chips or the chunks don't sink to the bottom while they bake, and it is evenly distributed throughout the muffins. Now I've added the chocolate chunks, and again I'm just going to fold this until I don't see any floury bits here and everything is well combined. And now our muffin batter is ready to be baked. I have a standard 12-hole muffin tray and I've lined them with cupcake liners. I've filled them about 3/4 of the way through, or an ice cream scoop. It ensures that every muffin liner or the cupcake liner has the equal quantity of the muffin batter. Now, if you followed my chocolate and peanut butter banana bread recipe, I told you about how the brown sugar adds a beautiful crunch on the top when you bake it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to sprinkle some demerara brown sugar on the tops of the muffin batter. You can also use plain granulated sugar, the one that you use for chai. Now these will bake in the oven at 220 degrees Celsius for about 10 minutes. Then you're going to lower the temperature to 180 degrees Celsius and bake it for another 11 to 12 minutes. A skewer or a knife inserted in the center must emerge clean. Let them cool down at room temperature for about half an hour or so. And here you go, our eggless brown butter chocolate chip muffins are ready. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I post a new video. I'll see you again next time. Until then, goodbye and happy baking.